Checkity check check.
And we are back live from the Kiwanis Ice Arena here in Socrates, New York. First things first, we'd like to apologize for the lengthy technical issues. We hope that we've resolved the situation and that this game broadcasts the way that it's supposed to be broadcasted, as our competition that's about to start in the next 3 minutes will be between the Arlington Admirals and the Connetquot Sayville Bayport Blue Point Thunderbirds. Mike Colandra here, ready to bring you the action as Connetquot Sayville looks to have a better result this weekend compared to what they had in the Suffolk County playoffs, finishing second place after a thrilling 3-game series with the St. Anthony's Friars. And they'll begin this tournament with a matchup against one of Hudson Valley's teams, and the Admirals. Warm-ups have just begun, and we'll be here to bring you puck drop in a few moments. Stay tuned. Connetquot Sayville kicking off this tournament with their lethal first line combo, which consists of the ever so dangerous Kenny Correo, and on the wings, PAL product, Donnie Pace, and on the opposite wing, Justin Gunn, as we begin this competition between Arlington and the Thunderbirds. Arlington able to spin this one ahead, and Connetquot Sayville will retrieve it, or it'll be covered up by Joseph Walsh. Connetquot Sayville motoring in the zone, and this shot trickles just towards the goal, but it couldn't be put home by Young. Correo pinching in there to try to get a hold of the puck, as this one is sent wide off the stick of Hayes. Rebound at the side of the net. Young tried to chop it home. The save was made by Sipek. So in net for Arlington today, Alexis Sipek. And you've already met Connetquot's starting netminder, the sensational Joseph Walsh. As Arlington finds the zone, as this one is tossed into the end boards. Picking this one up for Connetquot Sayville, or trying to, was 240. Arlington trying to get a hold of the possession, as this is Connetquot Sayville trying to flex their muscle early. Evan Benth got muscled into the boards. And it's floated out of harm's way by Arlington, but not into a direction where you don't want it to go. Right into the hands of that man, Mateo Marchesi, Long Island Royals product, who made a huge impact in the finals for Connetquot Sayville. Drive for the point, and oh my goodness, thank God we have the netting in front of us. I honestly thought it was going... Yes. Exactly. Yep. We're positioned back in the friendly confines of this, I guess you can say, this mini clubhouse that's located right behind the Arlington goal in this cold facility. One player goes down on Arlington as Connetquot Sayville gets a hold of the possession. This one couldn't be tossed out fully by Connetquot Sayville, but they do get a hold of it until they relinquished it back into the hands of Arlington, who throws it back into the end boards, where William Hayes will attempt to reset it cleanly. Couldn't push it out that time. Drive from the point. That one was stopped off the stick of Walsh. That came from the stick of Braden King, as this one is touched up for icing. Trying to get a hold of that possession was Tolakowski, or no, Nicholas McDonough, number 59. Marchesi trying to spring it across to his intended target, Kalk, as Arlington tries to advance the other way, which they do. Here comes Paul Gallagher, almost centering that one perfectly across to the wingman for the Admirals. And Gallagher will just swing it back in as he heads off to the bench for a line change. And onto the ice comes Benjamin Hepler. This one is slammed back into the end boards by Kirk Farron. And he'll pitch in there to try to make another play happen. Marchesi couldn't stuff that one fully out, and then they did get pushed out by Connetquot Sayville. And here's Kenny Correo trying to set something up behind the goal. He's got Madonna positioned in the slot. Correo tried to make the play happen while in a difficult position as this one is tossed back into the end boards by the Admirals. Correo gets a hold of the possession again. Correo pinned up against the boards. Now Donald Pace comes in to help him out as everyone is attempting to dig it free. Hepler trying to advance it out of the zone for his team, but Connetquot Sayville makes the keep. Young couldn't get the trigger pull to go, and Arlington is able to push it out. But the Thunderbirds reset once again and get back into familiar territory. Correo, centering chance, across Young. A diving stick save made right there by Cox, the defenseman for the Admirals, to negate that opportunity. Now Arlington takes aim in the Thunderbirds zone, but they couldn't get the shot off cleanly right there. Dylan Bonig. This one is tossed forward. Breakaway almost for James Brady, but he couldn't get it on his stick at the last moment. Arlington. This one is tossed back into the corner. Connetquot Sayville trying to get a hold of it, which they do. As this one is popped forward. Brady tried to spin it across the vent to no avail as Arlington tries to push back in Connetquot's territory. Floated back into the end boards, and it'll be retrieved by Marchese, who resets. And here he comes. Mateo Marchese with the chance, but he couldn't get it to go far as it got blocked in front by Witten. Cody Witten gets it onto the stick of Colin Horahan. Gallagher able to chip this one down low. Marchese able to track it down, but he finds himself dealing with heavy pressure as Arlington gets close to the goal and almost was able to stuff it home right there, as that was Alexander Laurie getting his first crack at a scoring opportunity for the Admirals. Maxwell Gorman making his first appearance in this contest as this one is floated into the glove of Sypek, and it will be covered up for another face-off draw. Connetquot Sayville able to punch this one around the boards. Tom 40 trying to close the gap and get a hold of it, but it's Arlington who advances forward. Arlington getting closer to the goal right there as Hepler tries to set up a play. Almost put home that time in the slot as Hepler will regain it in the corner. Or so we thought, as Gorman is able to pop this one out of the zone, but it couldn't be received well by the intended target, Saraceno. Saraceno with no stick, trying to stop that man from getting towards the zone, Braden King. This one is sent down low. King positioned in a different location than he usually is in. Drive from the point, and this one got redirected into the corner. Another chance, almost pinballed off Gorman's stick in a dangerous position. This one is feathered off the glass, and Arlington will just reset cleanly. Connetquot Sayville going for the line change as Colin Horahan tries to navigate his way through to the other end. Howard resetting once more for the Admirals, and it's tossed back into the possession of the Thunderbirds, who return the favor back into the Admirals zone. Horahan plays this one off the boards, almost cleanly to Howard. Now pulling back to help out is Hepler, and Hepler gets physical in the end boards with his opponent. Now comes Madonna, trying to use his body to his own advantage. Brian Kalk getting into the mix. Kalk centering chance, and a big stop is made by Cypek. Rebound, mad scramble in the crease. And now we have some calamity ensuing after the whistle. Gallagher on the draw once again for the Admirals. There's King. Laurie trying to track it down as Gallagher tries to keep it alive in the zone. Now it's Connetquot Sayville who tries to push the other way. Yun able to spin it further into the corner. Pace pinching in there to get a hold of it. To no avail as King tries to advance out of the zone, and this goes out of play. Just about 8 minutes to go here in the opening period. Still tied up at 0, as it's been a tight contest so far. King throws this one off the glass and into the other end, where Walsh will cover it up carefully. Tie up on the draw inside Connetquot's zone. It's kept alive by the Admirals, but it's relinquished back into the hands of the Thunderbirds, who push back in. And here they come in a hurry. Marchese almost centering that one in front to Connolly, and Connolly will try to set something up, but to no avail as Hepler takes off the other way, and he'll toss it into the corner boards, where the Admirals continue to make their presence felt as they try to strike first in this opening period. Admirals having a little bit of trouble right there, almost giving it up inside their zone, but it's Connetquot Sayville who was pushed up against Arlington, and it's covered up again by Walsh. Quick draw and the save made right there. Rebound, loose in the crease, but it couldn't be punched home by the Admirals. Back at the point, King tosses it over. Admirals get another chance, save, rebound. All over the place is Walsh as he tries to defend the goal, as this one is pushed into the end boards by Connetquot Sayville. Some 40. Now Saraceno. Another try, and that one almost got put home by Gorman, but he was tied up with a bunch of players, and this allows the Admirals to get a chance. Save made there by Walsh. Millard Caphammer on the ice for the Admirals with 6 minutes to go. King offsides. Connetquot Sayville. couldn't advance, and this allows Arlington with a chance. Score! Kirk Farron, and the Admirals strike first. So Kirk Farron provides his team with the big opening goal to this tournament for the Admirals. Now we'll see if Connetquot Sayville can even up the score before the buzzer sounds, and they have 5 minutes to do that, and a little bit more as this stops play. We've been experiencing a lot of technical issues, so that has led to some big adjustments, and one of them being Nick Quinn here working the board. Happy to have you with me, Nick. Justin Young. Played a huge role in the finals and throughout the playoffs for the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds, scoring some big goals and making some big plays. This one is juggled around inside their zone, and it's tossed in further where the Admirals will just try to reset cleanly, and they almost gave it up right there, but now they have it controlled, and it was almost blocked again by Young with the body. Stashed in deeper by the Admirals as we close in ever so closer. And now a chance again for the Admirals. That one wouldn't go that time for Arlington. Witten swings this across to Horahan. Horahan will try to pop it ahead, but it was canceled out by that man Hayes, who's taking the task against the boards. Horahan able to spin this one off the half wall and onto the stick, almost cleanly of Dylan Bonig. Horahan tosses this into the crease where Walsh makes the cover up. Connetquot Sayville getting back in the zone. Benth, and we get a stoppage of play. Two players colliding, entering the zone, and no harm, no foul. Connetquot Sayville giving it back to Arlington. Horahan trying to toss it cleanly ahead to Laurie, but it goes for icing. Max Gorman on the tie-up, back to Marchese, and the save is made by Sipek. Another draw here commences. Casey able to keep it alive on a fadeaway, falling, spinning save play, but now it's Laurie who's able to almost bounce through a bunch of bodies and take it the other way. Back in the end zone, and Casey will regather it, or attempt to regather it. He was put to a halt right there in the end boards. Now Connetquot Sayville is able to escape ahead. Connolly able to get an opportunity on net, but it wasn't a strong one. As this is Arlington going the other way. Gallagher with Farron on the other wing. The save is made that time by, well, let's just put a damper on a lot of the recent saves from Connetquot's goaltender, Noah Towakowski. So apologies to today's starter for head coach George Vadyak's squad, as Joseph Walsh is not currently in goal for the Thunderbirds in this contest. Under 2 minutes to go, and Towakowski was able to make the stop again. Madonna trying to chug ahead, but it's Arlington who has the possession. Hepler going full steam into the corner to track it down. This one couldn't be punched home right there, and we'll get a stoppage of play, and this will be for our first penalty of the contest, and it goes against Connetquot Sayville's Nicholas Madonna for roughing. And the Arlington power play begins with an instant clear by the Thunderbirds. King will reset for the Admirals, and he gets it ahead off the boards, but it couldn't be received well by Kyle Patrick. As Kenny Correo peels back, and he looks to take off. A steal made by the Admirals, and the save is made by Towakowski. Just under a minute to go here in the first. 1-0 the score on the goal by Kirk Farron. Chance from the top, and it went wide off the stick of Hepler as King makes the keep. He sends it back over to Hepler. Hepler back to King. King slides over, fires a shot, and it got redirected wide by the man in front, Laurie. Half a minute to go. Tossed back into the zone by the Thunderbirds, as Evan Vence finishes the big body check against Patrick. Comes up with a chance on the mishandle in front by the Admirals. And there you see Evan Vence, multi-talented prowess coming into full display. So the power play will carry over to the second, with the Admirals up front, 1-0. Noah Tolakowski and Alexis Sypek return to the respective goals as we are about to get these next 17 minutes of hockey underway, and for the next 40 seconds it'll begin with the remaining power play for Arlington. And so here we go. We begin the period with 5-on-4 hockey for just under 40 seconds. Arlington. There's the lone goal scorer. Trying to make another impact in this contest. Donnie Pace driving down the wing, and he's forced wide as he couldn't send it across to an open man. Here comes King. Or that's LaRue trying to evade pressure as he was muscled into the end boards. Pace looking to exit out of the zone, and he's able to do so as Correo drives in hard, slams on the brakes as he creates some separation. Marchese at the top, and that chance got redirected into the corner. Arlington advancing. Another chance, score! Deuces are wild for Kirk Farron. And it's 2-0. The Admirals mean business. And Kirk Farron is providing them with that muscle. 2 goals in less than 2 periods. The first coming in the late moments of the opening frame, and then the latest coming in early as well. Just like that, Kirk Farron has a shot at the hat trick. And if that feat gets accomplished, he would be the second player today to do that, alongside St. Anthony's Friars' Brady Monteleone. Wrist shot right there wouldn't go for Bertrone. As this one is angled forward, Venth will try to track it down. He's pushed off right there by Arlington's players, but they couldn't navigate their way out of the zone. Marchese put a stop to it, and Marchese's going to try to set something up here, but instead it's bounced out of the zone, and Hayes try to play it forward. Hepler across, shot, sauced over the net from the stick of Devin Medeiros. And down, and that's going to result in a penalty. Interference, the call to Connetquot Sayville's Travel Star product. Actually, no, my mistake. I thought it was Venth who was getting the penalty, because by the looks of who went down, it was the Arlington player that went down, but wow. So, an unfortunate result for the Admirals as Connetquot Sayville finds themselves on the power play for the first time today, and it comes in the second period, just through 4 minutes of hockey. as the Thunderbirds try to get on the board. Save, rebound, and it was bouncing all over the place, but no one could put it home. Another chance, one-timer, and it was fanned on by Pace. Pace recollecting it off the half wall, trying to send it across the Vadyak to no avail, and it's skipped out of the zone for a clear by Arlington. Correo. Now Young with a chance, and the stop was made that time by Sypek, who holds up. Tie up on the draw, but it's Arlington who's able to push it out of harm's way and get another clear. However, here come the Thunderbirds, gaining the zone rather quickly as they try to strike here on the final 50 seconds of this man advantage, and that one almost got pushed home right there, and instead it's covered up by Sypek once more. Just about 45 seconds left until Colin Horahan returns from the penalty box, and we get back to playing 5-on-5 hockey. Connolly able to win the draw, but Arlington is able to come up with the clear. Vadyak patrolling the back end, but his feed couldn't be received well by Connolly, and Vadyak and Marchese will reset. Jimmy Brady trying to motor in, and he was taking the task right there, bouncing off the boards from the hit thrown by the Arlington player, Marchese. Stopping at the top, and he gives it up right there to Arlington, but they couldn't advance far as Marchese is able to push back in with a shot, and he scores! Mateo Marchese, power play goal, and the Thunderbirds are on the board. And the unstoppable streak of goals for Marchese continues. That's his 4th game in a row, if I'm not mistaken, that he scored a goal. 4th playoff game, if you want to count the Suffolk games a couple of weeks prior to today's start of the tournament. Hayes able to send this one off the pad of Sypek, and Arlington is looking to push this one out and go the other way, which they do, trying to track it down. The Admirals, and that one couldn't be let across. It stays in the zone as the Admirals continue to show their resiliency inside the zone. Michael Vitrone looking to close the gap and keep it inside Connetquot's territory. And this will benefit Arlington as they are able to get a chance that just misses. Rebound couldn't be gathered up right there, but Arlington does get the possession back as Connetquot Sayville couldn't advance far. Almost a bad mishandle right there by Tim Forty, but instead he's able to push it out of harm's way, and Saraceno will lay it further down into the Admiral zone. Connetquot Sayville goes for a line change, and Arlington will do the same. As King tries to power through from defense to offense, he sent that chance wide. Another clear by the Thunderbirds, and this one is waved off, so no icing called. Play goes on. Gallagher able to corral it, and then it's King who gets it over to the man with both goals for the Admirals today. Keith Farron. Kirk Farron. Badyak. On the ice. Long Island Goals product. Here's King getting it over to his other defenseman as Arlington tries to navigate forward. And here come the Thunderbirds going in, and it was almost put home that time by Brady, who got sent to the ice and play is stopped. Drive from the point, Marchese, save made right there by Sypek, and the rebound is denied by Sypek, and a beautiful job done right there by Arlington Admirals netminder. The Arlington Admirals netminder makes the stop. Another tie-up on the draw, as Arlington is able to push this one out of the zone. Marchese will attempt to reset cleanly. He's able to sauce that one onto the stick of Yun. Yun charging down the wing, trying to keep it under his control. Yun back in the corner. One player goes down in front for the Thunderbirds, and this allows Arlington to gain the other zone. Patrick put to a stop by Marchese, who was able to hold him off. And now it's Yun who takes off back into the Admirals zone, and Yun almost got cleaned out right there. Luckily, he was able to stay up on his feet. Another chance, and that one was nullified off the stick of Tolakowski. Rebound, scramble, Tolakowski in a vulnerable position, diving all over the place, as that one was almost put home by the Admirals, and they remain put inside the Thunderbird zone with Noah Tolakowski losing his stick, and now he is able to reclaim it after it was knocked out of his hand. Arlington having to go all the way back down and recollect it. So we've reached 8 minutes to go here in the second. Marchese able to flip it forward, and Tom 40 will try to lead it ahead. Pace was on the outer wing, hoping to get the feed as Arlington couldn't clear it out, and that almost benefited Connetquot Sayville. Another chance. That one couldn't be wheeled in there by Pace to Gorman. Hard hit thrown against the boards by Tom 40. One player lost their stick on Arlington. Now he's able to retrieve it as Kirk Farron tries to meander his way back into the zone. And we get an icing. 7.5 to go. It appears we had a penalty being assessed after or before the face-off draw. I guess there was a penalty called here against Benjamin Hepler for Arlington, and Connetquot Sayville will look to tie things up here after striking on the man advantage the last time, courtesy of Matteo Marchese. How will they do this time around on the latest power play opportunity? Vadyak able to pop it across. Venth not there first to track it down, as Hayes is able to come up with it now. Defense pushing ahead. Vadyak with a chance on goal, and it's stopped by Sayville, who will cover it up. There's King. King couldn't float that one out of the zone as Marchese makes the keep, but he couldn't toe the blue line, and it results in Connetquot Sayville being forced out of the Admiral zone, and we get a stoppage of play. And this will result in a new location for the face-off draw. Marchese at the point, and this one skittered off a leg in front and into a different area inside the zone as Hayes is able to get it onto the stick of Yun. Yun trying to dip and dive and set something up for his team on this latest power play opportunity. Pace couldn't center that one perfectly on the stick of his intended target as Marchese keeps it at the top. Another chance on that, save made by Sayville, but Connetquot Sayville couldn't come up with the rebound. Arlington able to get the clear, and they're able to kill off a lot of time on this latest power play opportunity, and they do kill off the penalty successfully. So the Thunderbirds go 1 for 2 today on the power play. Gorman couldn't get that chance to go as that one was wheeled wide. Back down low, Saraceno centering chance, couldn't reach the stick of Gorman. Another try, it stays alive in the zone, but it was stopped by Sayville. Now King takes off to the races. King slowing things down, delays, fires a shot, and that one hit the outer part of the netting. And it remains put in the Thunderbird zone. And it begins to get physical as almost that one got centered onto the stick of Farron again. Another chance. Thunderbirds able to push it out with 4.5 to go as they try to change the narrative of this contest. After Arlington put home 2 unanswered goals, the Thunderbirds answered the call, powered by Mateo Marchese on the power play goal. George Vadyak flexing his muscle with the hit. There's King with a centering chance to Gallagher, but to no avail. That was LaRue in this case. Another try, score! It leaked right through Noah Tolakowski, and it's 3-1 Arlington. A tough break for the Thunderbirds netminder as Cody Witten has put his team up by 2 again. LaRue trying to get a hold of it, no avail. However, Arlington advances back in the zone. But Vadyak tosses this one ahead perfectly onto the stick of Madonna, who gets the shot off, but it was touched aside by Sayville. It remains in the zone as Connetquot Sayville tried to set something up. Now here come the Admirals storming back in. That chance off the stick of Gallagher, it couldn't reach the net. Gallagher able to spin it back down low. It takes a weird bounce off the net and almost pinballs in the goal as that was LaRue. He almost banked it in off of Hayes and in. LaRue in front, and we get a stoppage of play And this will be a penalty against Gallagher for the Admirals. The third power play opportunity of this contest for the Thunderbirds as they look to have a better outcome compared to the last time they were on the man advantage. Looking to go 2 for 3 if they're able to succeed in these next 2 minutes or less. Hayes trying to take it back the other way, and Arlington knocks this one out of play. Connolly tried to win it cleanly, and it results in Tolakowski covering it up. Connolly tied up on the draw. Marchese able to push it ahead to Brady. Brady pulls back as he looks for a man open. Marchese. Now Connolly gets tied up right there, but Marchese is able to push back in the zone. Donning Pace lays it across. Chance from the tight corner. Connolly was denied that time by Sypek. Connolly trying to keep it under his control as it's bounced around in the corner. Connolly trying to push back in. Connolly looked like he was going to lift it on his blade to set up a lacrosse play or some sort of athletic display of finesse. However, Arlington is able to come up with another clear. Now the Thunderbirds have 50 seconds to go on the power play, or else they'll go 1 for 3 today. And Marchese plays this one across off the boards. Brady tried to give it back to Marchese. Instead, he turns it over to the King, and he's denied by Tolakowski. No, that was LaRue. LaRue and King, they both have the same colored helmets, so you can understand why I may be getting mixed up here. And there is LaRue in perfect frame. We got Vinny Matula working the cameras as our amazing production guy, Nick Quinn here, is running the board this time around after doing 2 games, one of them being a very exciting contest that was settled in overtime, which was won by the Northport Huntington Tigers on a goal by defenseman Michael Meyer. This one is sent towards the goal, but it was redirected off the pad of the Admirals netminder. Pace trying to shake off some pressure as he takes this one back from the top, now takes it to the bottom. He's muscled against the boards as we've reached the final 50-plus seconds of play here in the second. One got bounced off the glass. Yun tosses it over to Marchese. Marchese gains the zone. Marchese looks, feeds it across, and that one couldn't be jammed home there by Pace. Arlington motoring back the other way. Here come the Admirals. A chance on goal. Kick save made that time by Tolakowski on that difficult shot. Yun getting the chance on that, and that try wouldn't go for number 22. And this will do it 4-2 as the puck is knocked out of play to end both periods of play. We'll have a lengthy intermission, and we'll be back for the third period. You're watching Connetquot Sayville, the Admirals of Arlington, day 1 of the New York State Club High School Hockey Tournament right here on LI Sports Network. See you soon, ladies and gentlemen. made their way back onto the ice for a few seconds of warm-ups. Their teams together, bring their players together for these next 17 minutes of hockey get underway. Same faces you saw that began the first period will begin the third. Arlington is out in front by 2. We begin with Connetquot Sayville trying to pull forward. Here's Cox being hounded right there by Correo, and a steal is made by Jan as he sends that one almost on goal, and it's kept alive by Badyak. He couldn't get the shot off. Jan grabs it and he gets a chance, but it misses wide. Connetquot Sayville so far is showing a different playing style than what we saw at the beginning of the first and second, coming in at full force against the Admirals. They try to change the narrative of this contest. Trailing by 2, a steal. Pace scores! Donnie Pace finds the back of the net. And the Thunderbirds are down by 1. You always ask this question whenever Connetquot Sayville is on the ice. Where is Donnie Pace? Well, we found him. And he found the back of the nets. 3-2 the score as Marchese tries to float this one back in the zone. And it will be chipped back the other way by the Admirals. A look to bounce back from giving up that goal. And here they come in, and almost that one got put home. Won't go for icing here as the Admirals try to recollect it. Witten, one of the goal scorers for Arlington today. And there's that chance for Bent that missed the outside. That rebound, score! James Brady! Tied game! There's the aftermath of the goal by Brady. A timeout called by the Arlington Admirals as Kyle Ludwig tries to use this time to get his team composed and re-energized after giving up 2 unanswered goals here in the third period. One of them, by Brady, and the other one happens to be another one of his PAL teammates, Donnie Pace. So that's right. So 2 minutes have gone by with the score changing ever so dramatically as the Thunderbirds have found their rhythm once again. They're starting to play like how they did against St. Anthony's. And they took them to 3 games in the Suffolk County Finals as this goes for offsides. Gallagher trying to get a hold of the possession, but it's Connetquot Sayville who's able to take control once again. Hayes coming in with a full head of steam, and back-to-back stops are made there by Sypek to deny the Thunderbirds of a goal opportunity, and it goes for icing.
Come on, all I could get moving. Let's go.
Gallagher on the draw again. Kenny Correo. Correo sends it back to the point. Marchese fires one, but right into the glove as Sypek holds up. Benjamin Hepler able to get it to Patrick, who carries this one back in the other zone. Patrick firing, and that one was stopped by Tolikowski. This allows the Thunderbirds to gain the other zone. Correo driving around the goal, and he was taken down trying to set something up. It's kept alive by the Thunderbirds, and it was sent wide right there by Vadyak. Yun tries to dish it along the half wall as Vadyak gets a hold of possession with a chance on net, but it wasn't a strong one as Kenny Correo goes sliding to the side of the goal. We'll have another draw. Casey kind of protected on his stick as he was being guarded right there by one of the Admirals, and Marchese is going almost all the way right there as Hawk tries to get a hold of it. Now it's Chance that goes right towards the netting. Even though there's netting to protect me and everyone that's positioned up here, make no mistake, I'm going to flinch every time. It's like 3D up here when the puck comes this close. Hayes trying to grab it as the Admirals are able to come in close quarters, and they almost regained the lead right there. Thunderbirds trying to set something up the other way, and this one goes into the netting and actually goes over the netting, and luckily was a little to the left of us. Have a change in scenery in the face-off draw, it seemed like, or no. Looked like there was going to be a switch with one of the centers. That is not the case as the Admirals gain the zone once again. But Connetquot Sayville is able to come up with possession. He couldn't punch it out right there as Arlington tries to close in again on Tolikowski and get back in the lead. Evan Benth Got it onto the stick of Brady, who tries to chip it onto the stick of Connolly, as this one hops towards the goal, but it was played aside by Sayville. And there's LaRue finding himself in an odd but uncomfortable position near the corner boards. It looked like a piece of his equipment got stuck to the glass, and there he is coming in with the chance that got negated right there by Tolakowski. LaRue trying to pull back and steal it away from Vent, and he'll head to the bench for a line change, and back out onto the playing surface comes Dylan Bonin. Leaning in to try to cut off the Thunderbirds right there was one of the Arlington players, number 92, Cap Hammer. And 40. Just to make an impact here for the Thunderbirds. Jumping out of the way to get in the zone was Hayes, as he came in. He's coming in close to getting knocked off the tracks. As King tries to recollect it, and he's smushed into the boards right there by Nicholas McDonough. Vadyak will get it onto the stick of Hayes, but it's thrown in too deep and it goes for icing. I don't know if it was either you, Nick, or was it Mike Brown that said we need to have a camera up here on us. Well, I totally agree with that. Yeah. I know everyone out there that's watching right now, you would love to see my reaction to me just being scared of the puck hitting the netting. And deflected almost into the goal by Pace, who was positioned out in front. Correo taken down, and he is able to almost make a play happen from his knees after taking the brunt of the hit, and we get a stoppage of play. We'll see what this is all about. Penalty goes against Arlington, their fourth penalty they've committed in this contest, and to Aiden Cox, as that one almost got punched home right there by Vent, who was positioned right in the slot. Now he's in a different location with Brady patrolling the puck. Vent behind the goal. Gives it back to Brady. Brady dishes it to Vadyak. Vadyak deals it over to Marchese. Marchese will send it onto the stick of Connolly. Connolly then sends it onto the stick of Vent. Vent delays, pushes it back to Marchese. Marchese able to sidestep some of the pressure. Vent with a chance, and that one couldn't go, and Vadyak couldn't keep it along the blue line, and so he's forced to reset. So it doesn't take long for the Thunderbirds to get back in the zone. Connolly, Vent sliding in front as he was knocked down, battling for position, and Sayville was able to make the stop once again. One is forced out again as the Thunderbirds find themselves in the neutral zone. They try to capitalize on this latest power play opportunity. Marchese carries this one around the goal. It's Young now. Takes it back to the point. Deals it back to the point. Hayes, Young. Young delays. Feeds it across to Marchese. Marchese swings this one off the boards, and Pace will take control of it before dropping it onto the stick of that man, Kenny Correo. Correo with a little bit of a shimmy shake as he tries to fake out his opponents, but it would not faze Arlington as they come up with yet another clear. Young slamming on the brakes as he looks for a man open, fires a shot, and this one got blocked Off the body, wing, look out there behind the goal. Donnie Pace getting sent to the ice as we get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Centering chance, Correo couldn't punch that one home. Gallagher, now Young in the corner. Young and Correo trading positions. Young swings it in front. Save, rebound! A beautiful save is made by Alexis Sayville. Make a save like that is one thing, but to do it against one of the most dangerous players in Suffolk County and one of the best players in New York, it's another thing. Bravo, Alexis Sayville. Again. Get a penalty here. And this time it will go against the Thunderbirds of Connetquot, Sayville, Bayport's Blue Points. And there's the call, tripping. And the man that committed the violation is no other than Frank Saraceno. On his way to cross onto the stick of Farron, and he just missed the net right there. You know how badly he's looking for that hat trick. Another chance by Patrick, and that time it was stopped by Tolakowski. Farron looking to pitch in there and get a hold of the possession. Farron in tight coverage provided by Evan Venth as Patrick tries to drive in down low. Patrick tried to lay it back to the point. Kick save made. Rebound score! Arlington gets back in the lead. Paul Gallagher knifes it home on the rebound. And the Admirals have reclaimed their spot up front in this contest where they want to be. They led through 2 periods. And this one is stopped by Sayville once again. They led through 2 periods. 1-0 after the first, 3-1 after the second. And now we'll wait and see in these next 6+ minutes if that same trend will carry over to the end. Casey on net, and another stop is made by Sayville. 6.5 to go. We'd like to remind you at the conclusion of this contest is another slate of our our high school hockey marathon right here in Socrates, New York on the LI Sports Network with FDR taking on the Kings Park Comac Knights, which will be right here on the LI Sports Network. Save made by Tolakowski on that try right there by the Admirals as Arlington tries to spin it back into the zone, but it's Connetquot Sayville who's going to punch it across. Yun attempting to meander through pressure. Instead, he was going to pop it forward. Donnie Pace looking to track it down. Here's Correo looking to close the gap. Correo gets a hold of the feed. Correo now trying to set something up, and he got smashed to the ice by one of the Admirals players. Barron. LaRue tried to spin it in front, but no one was home to receive that feed. This one is tossed ahead. Correo will get another crack at the zone. Correo stood up right there by the big man King. Here comes Bonig again for the Admirals. This one is punched back in by Witten. Bonig, backhand try, denied that time by Tolikowski. Centering chance wouldn't go right there for the Admirals, and the Thunderbirds take off the other way. And here they come with speed, Evan Benth! And he just misfired on that chance. Penalty is being assessed here, and it's going against the Admirals to the chagrin of the head coach, Kyle Ludwig. Who voiced his displeasure with the call, as heard from us above. So, Connetquot Sayville is back in a familiar position on the power play, their 5th of the game. Correo resetting on the back end. As Vadyak tries to pop it forward, Correo couldn't settle that one down in the neutral zone, as King will sauce this one to the other end for a clear. Vadyak able to punch it ahead, and it slipped off the stick of Donnie Pace. But fortunately for Pace, it remains put in the zone up until it got let out, and Correo has to regather it. This one couldn't be reached by Young, and it goes for icing. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third, and we are wondering when George Vadyak is going to call an audible and bring Noah Tolikowski to the bench for that 6th man. Despite it being a power play opportunity for them, it's definitely too soon with 3+ minutes to go to bring in a 6th attacker. It would create a big opportunity being a 6-on-4, yet too early for that to be utilized. Benth. And the one-timer is fanned right there by Connolly. And a clearing attempt was fanned by the Admirals up until Gallagher was able to force it out himself. LaRue trying to lean in and take it back from the Thunderbirds as Connetquot Sayville tries to push the other way, which they do. Marchese forced wide, slams on the brakes. Marchese delayed. Marchese pirouette maneuver, and now he puts it onto the stick of Benth before getting the return feed. Marchese tried to center it in front, and it's LaRue who takes off the other way with the extra man for the Admirals. Farron with 2 goals today, as this one is popped towards the goal, but it couldn't reach the crease where Tolikowski currently stands. Vadyak.
Back.
This one almost angled perfectly on the stick of Tom 40, but it's the Admirals who come up with the possession. And here comes Colin Horahan, almost sliding it onto the stick of Patrick, who just missed that opportunity. This one is popped out of the zone. Horahan will recollect it, but he's got pressure coming from Saraceno. Saraceno on the gas as Connetquot Sayville tries to tie it up with 1:50 to go. Kick save made that time by Sypek. Gorman muscled into the boards right there. Top 40, lays it back to the point. Drive again from the top. Save, rebound, save. Another chance, another stop. A mad scramble in the net, and no one was able to put it home on the Thunderbirds. Going the other way, the Admirals couldn't capitalize right there as the temperature of this contest, the blood temperature of this contest has been raised so quickly after that heart-stomping sequence inside the goal mouth as we get a timeout called here by head coach George Vadyak. A team that almost won their first county title in nearly more than a decade, 9 years. Played tremendous throughout those playoffs. Here they are today, missing a few key pieces to kick off this tournament upstate here in Socrates, New York, and obviously this will go down as a big win for Arlington if they are able to hold off Connetquot Sayville to the end here with 1:22 to go. No doubt in my mind this will be an upset for sure, with Connetquot Sayville being the top favorites. They're finishing second in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Arlington showed that they do not fear Connetquot Sayville whatsoever, and there you see it come into effect as they've been all over Kenny Correo in this contest. Pace, final 50-plus seconds, empty net in sight for the Admirals. Pace firing, and that one was blocked inadvertently by Correo. Pace pinned up against the half wall by LaRue. Final 40 seconds to go on the ice. Kirk Farron. We wait and see if he's got a chance to put home the hat trick. Here comes Marchese trying to storm back in, and he couldn't get a clean shot off. Down to 10 seconds. This one is popped out of play, and we'll get another draw with 4.7 to go. This has been a tightly contested game from beginning to end, as the Hudson Valley champions are 4.7 seconds away from opening the weekend with a big tournament victory over the Suffolk County High School Hockey League runner-ups. 1.8 to go. Although it would be amazing for Alexis Sypek to score on the empty net, it doesn't appear it will happen. Hudson Valley's Kings, the Arlington Admirals, take it 4-3. Team celebrates in their own zone as they'll meet the Thunderbirds at center ice for the congratulatory handshake line and positive pleasantries as we gear up for more madness right as soon as these two teams meet at center ice. Kings Park versus FTR coming up very, very soon. Congratulations to the Hudson Valley champion Arlington Admirals on the 4-3 victory over the Connetquot Sayville Bayport's Blue Point Thunderbirds. We'll be back very soon for our 4th matchup here today on this Day 1 marathon right here on the LI Sports Network. See you soon, ladies and gentlemen.